All right, everybody, we're back with our second Cabral HouseCall of the weekend. Every single weekend, 2 shows based all around our community's questions. Keep in mind, I don't do any prep work for these shows. I don't even look at the questions ahead of time. They're not edited in any way. So whatever you write in with, we read that question, I respond to it. And I'm always happy and actually really looking forward to these weekend shows. If I were to only do 1 show per week, it would be answering our community's questions. There's just no doubt about that. This is why I do what I do. I love being able to connect with other people, even if it is virtual. Of course, being at a live event, being able to see each other one-on-one is even better. So if you're not familiar, head on over to rhsevent.com. It's called the Reimagining Health Summit. And I would love to see you in person. Myself and my team would love to see you there in person this October. So definitely let's get together as a community. It's great to be virtual. It's great to be online, but let's connect with one another. That's really what it's all about. All right, let's get into the questions. So of course, I have to give you my disclaimer: no medical advice, no medical treatment plans, no medical cures, no medical diagnosis. But what do you get? Hopefully something even better. It's finding, looking for, discovering the underlying root cause as to why you may have these health imbalances in the first place. So let's dive right in. I just opened up the doc. Diana is up first. Diana says, "Hi, Dr. Brawl. After completing the Big 5, my coach advised that I was absent of vitamin Bs. I needed balanced zinc, magnesium, omega-3s, and 5,000 IUs of vitamin D, plus thyroid support for about 12 weeks. I'm currently using the daily nutritional support each morning, and it is my understanding that it would cover my Bs and zinc. I get the daily nutritional support and all the remaining necessary supplements on a monthly subscription with EcoLife plus digestive enzymes. Because I need 2 jars of DNS to get through a full month, I'm wondering what the benefits I lose if I switch to the daily activated multi. Do you recommend one over the other, or are they the same? Also, do you really need a collagen supplement if I'm using one of those products? As always, I appreciate you so much, and thanks for all you do." Diana, obviously happy to help here. So the only difference between the daily nutritional support and the daily activated multi is that the daily nutritional support is also a plant-based protein powder. So you get a million supplements basically in one. So it's 15 grams of protein per shake. So it's actually even a way better deal than the daily activated multi, because you'd probably be adding another plant-based protein anyways to your activated multi, because your multi doesn't contain the plant-based protein. So multi contains everything else, which is amazing. So there you have it. All right. So that's basically all you need to do is you can keep using those. It's an all-in-one. It replaces 12 nutritional supplements essentially. So yes, the daily nutritional support and the daily activated multi are a full activated B vitamin. But if you're very low in Bs and you came in as someone that had low energy, low mood, brain fog, your coach will probably add in 1 more capsule of activated B complex at lunch and potentially 1 at dinner as needed. Do you need collagen? Well, that's up to you. Collagen is proven, especially the advanced collagen support. I literally just got in the new packets. I didn't know this question was here. Literally sitting on my desk because I just got them in yesterday. Those are just travel ones that I like to take because I am traveling next week. But they provide you with the support you need for hair, skin, nails, joint support, etc., especially as we get older. The other products that we just spoke about do not contain the collagen, but they're more important than the collagen product itself because they provide really the underlying foundation. You don't want to take collagen if you're not getting in all of your other omega-3s and your vitamins, your minerals, your zinc, your Bs, all of those, because truthfully, those are the foundational building blocks. You add collagen on top, collagen works even better. So if you're trying to save money, you can save money by not using the collagen, maybe until you wean off a couple of those products. Having said that, if you're over the age, certainly of 40, adding in a good advanced collagen support, with those 3 patent ingredients, the Fortigel, Mobili, and the, what is that called? Tendexian. I don't know why I forgot that. Tendexian is fantastic. And that one obviously is for the joints as well. So really great product. All right. Hopefully that was helpful, Diana. Jennifer's up next. "Hi, Dr. Brawl. I've listened to your podcast on UTIs, so urinary tract infections, and I'm wondering what your thoughts are on urinary tract infections in relation to hormones. Could low estrogen be a cause of recurring UTIs? I'm asking specifically since D-mannose, grapefruit seed extract, and vitamin C seem not to be working. I had 9 urinary tract infections in 2022. and then 0 for an entire 9-month stretch during pregnancy, wondering what can be done and if it's a hormonal issue. Had my levels checked and tested pre-pregnancy through EcoLife, and my progesterone was low, but estrogen seemed fine. I've had UTI issues ever since I can remember, but only in recent years has it got this frequent. Any insights? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy to help Jennifer with this. So it's very interesting because there is actually good research that I would love to be able to share with you on estrogen and hormones and urinary tract infections. Maybe I'll do a whole show on it. I'm happy to do that if there's enough interest. So feel free to just leave a comment below on this video or podcast. So it's typically low estrogen levels that can lead to urinary tract infections. So lower estrogen levels would usually be right around menstruation, as well as the second half of your cycle. So days 16, 17 through, let's say, 28 would typically be lower levels than the beginning of your cycle, which would be more the follicular phase. So it's something to keep in mind. Estrogen itself helps keep the vaginal canal as well as the urethra more moist, more elastic, more flexible, less chance basically for urinary tract infection. Because keep in mind that when there's more dryness, when there's more irritation, it can lead to greater infection. So that's one right there. And the other is this, is that estrogen helps to actually increase healthy levels of bacteria in the vagina and in your bladder. And it does that to fight off the negative forms of bacteria that shouldn't be there. But total bacteria can begin to soar. So I think this is worth retesting for sure, is to look at those estrogen levels, because it could absolutely be a factor, especially since when you got pregnant, they all went away. All right. So keep delving into this. I think you'll be able to find your answer for sure. All right. Natalie's up next. I allowed for a moderate amount of, we have to abbreviate this, shots for my first 3 children. Other than your heavy metal detox, what other protocols do you recommend for me to give them so I can offset any potential future effects that they will have from getting shots as toddlers? Thank you. Okay, I get it, totally understand, and happy to help. Obviously, controversial issue. We're just talking about overall health in general. So whatever your stance is, good, I support you. That's the truth. Like, whatever your stance is, I support you. People always have to understand that. People come to me and say, well, I'm on hormone replacement therapy, or I'm doing this, or I'm that. I said, there's no judgment here. Literally no judgment here. I am here to support you, whatever your decisions are. We may even have different thoughts on things. That's okay. Like, love it. There's nothing wrong with having different opinions. My job is just to say, okay, you're looking at now improving overall detoxification. All right, so let's improve detoxification. One, just like you said, heavy metal detox protocol, but you use the children's dosage, right? So that's all that you need to do, which is great. And if you've got, kids 6 years, 7 years, 8 years old or so, and let's just say they're, 40, 50 pounds, however much they may weigh, then you're able to go and use like almost half the dosage. But again, at EcoLife will send you the children's dosing. So you can basically almost split the protocol with 2 different kids. So that's great. My daughters do the heavy metal detox protocol once a year each. They always have, they'll do it ongoing, just like I do the full adult protocol once a year. I do that. I do the parasite protocol. I do the intestinal cleanse. And of course, I do my quarterly functional medicine detoxes. That's just what I do, right? Kids can't really do sauna, so sauna's not part of it. Drinking lots of good liquid, eating fruit, eating veggies, that's detoxifying for the body. If children need it, they can use 1 capsule of the daily detox support. Not forever, but they might use it for 8 weeks or so during one of these protocols. What else can they do? They can use the daily activated multi or daily nutritional support. Half a scoop for the daily nutritional support, again, by their weight, or 1 capsule, maybe 2, depending on their weight, for the daily activated multi. Besides that, they're going to use omega-3s. They use the daily fruit and vegetable blend. Again, these are all lower dosages for children. And then you run their labs. So you'll run at least the starter kit. That's, again, what I do with my daughters. It's also called the vitamin tox test. All these are at stephencabral.com/shop. It's everything that we do in our private integrative health practice. We work with people, again, all over the world. So that's exactly what we do. Daily probiotic and the whole daily foundational protocol. And then my daughters use zinc oftentimes. What else? Yeah, basically that's everything that we do. That is everything. All right. Linda's up next. Hi, Dr. Cabral. As you are a fountain of knowledge on all subjects, I was wondering if you have any thoughts on the possibility of reversing mandibular tori. Well, thank you, Linda. I appreciate that, being the fountain. So I don't know if that's true or not, but let's talk about your issues. So you're talking about reversing mandibular tori. I was recently told I have them at a dentist appointment, and now I'm obsessed with getting rid of them, as I suspect they have made my teeth progressively crooked. Do you think proteolytic enzymes could reduce them? Any other thoughts? You're the best. Thank you, Linda. You're the best. Okay, so I know if we're talking about the same thing, I'm not an expert in this, but I do know what you're speaking of. And basically, they're usually on the bottom row of teeth. They can be at the top, but usually the bottom. And they are more like bony structures under the gum, but they're not teeth themselves, right? So they're behind the teeth, and they're hard structures. Now, usually though, they're fully grown by the time you're a teenager or early 20s, really at the latest. So if they're making your teeth more crooked, but they've already been there for years, it's probably not the culprit. It's probably not. So Linda, I obviously don't know how old you are, and so I don't know if this is the culprit, but as someone who has some of these myself, I had a lot of dental issues as a child, basically not enough room in my mouth. I basically couldn't breathe. And so that's really it. I couldn't breathe through my nose with a deviated septum and really bad allergies all the time as a child. So I breathe through my mouth, which is obviously, as we know, terrible. Anyway, I don't know of anything that would remove these except surgery. And again, unless you have to do that, it's not the best thing. It's pretty major surgery because you're removing bone. And so if you have to, you have to, but usually it's not the case with these, and usually they are absolutely harmless. So wish I could be of more help, especially since you called me the fountain of knowledge, but I did my best. So thank you, Linda, for writing in. All right. And by the way, proteolytic enzymes don't typically work on bone. What they do work on are proteins, pathogens in the body, and they can work on inflammation around joints, like with rheumatoid arthritis, etc. Again, I'm not providing any medical advice, but they don't remove bone that I know of. Okay. All right, we've got one more question today, and it is from Abby. And Abby says, hi, Dr. Cabral. I work out in the morning before my 12-hour fast is up. Since working out raises my blood sugar, am I technically breaking my fast? And if so, holding off on eating until the 12-hour mark is still benefiting me if my fast is broken with raised blood sugar. Also, am I preserving muscle in a fasted state? Thanks. Okay, so I have everything you could possibly want on intermittent fasting. Literally, I really believe that. Everything you could possibly want about intermittent fasting, all for free. Just go to stephencabral.com/IF. All my shows on intermittent fasting. If you listen to those, I'm telling you right now, you will be an expert on intermittent fasting. I very much believe that. So head on over there, check it out, because this is so nuanced. I would have to ask Abby, do you have 20 to 30 pounds to go? What do your thyroid levels look like? Do you have estrogen dominance? Do you have higher levels of testosterone as a female? Like, what's going on? What type of workout are you doing? Are you just going for a walk, or are you doing a CrossFit like someone else asked? I don't know if that was yesterday or today. That was yesterday, I believe. Yeah, for CrossFit. Who was that? That was Olivia. So there's so many questions, right? There's so many questions to ask. So here's the thing. I recommend most individuals do a 12-hour, 14 hours, maximum 16-hour fast. However, I don't recommend skipping breakfast. Never have, right? Never have. Now that's coming around, and that's being like, oh yeah, we don't recommend skipping breakfast either. Okay, like, well, most people did, but here's the thing. It's okay. Like we're inclusive. We like to bring everybody back. We welcome you back. Good. You're back to normal. You're leveling back out. But in Ayurvedic medicine, they would never do that. What you do is you try to stop eating earlier at night. So Abby, my recommendation is, if you're trying to get to the 12 hours, try to stop eating at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at the latest at night. And if your workout is just like 6 in the morning, well, definitely try to stop at 6 at night. Now, if your blood sugar is already spiking, well, it's most likely detrimental then, because you're raising cortisol. So if you have liver glycogen, it will break down your liver glycogen for sure. And that's okay if you want that type of stress in the body. It just depends, like, how strong is your body? body. Everything else good? Okay, then you can just deal with the cortisol surge. If not, you might want a small piece of fruit before your workout so that your body then is not breaking down necessarily the liver glycogen or muscle, because it can break down muscle as well if you're depleted of liver glycogen, and it will just use the small piece of fruit like Olivia was doing yesterday. So there's many different ways to do this. It really is all based on your goal. What is the goal? And once you know that, then you know what to optimize for. All right. Hopefully this was helpful. Thank you so much, everybody, for writing into the show. If you want individual plans created just for you, I can't recommend enough running that Big 5 or at least the starter kit, the vitamin tox test. That's at StephenCabral.com/shop. That'll take you right over to Equalife. You can also work with an integrative health practitioner. If you're not an integrative health practitioner yourself, you may want to become one. It is a calling that many people are looking into to become the health coach in your home, even if you decide not to even create a part-time or full-time practice around it. For that, head on over to integrativehealthpractitioner.org. This has been amazing. Thank you, everybody, for all these questions. I appreciate all the support of the Cabral community. It is amazing. And I'll be back tomorrow with a brand new Cabral concept with our Mindset and Motivation Monday. Don't miss it. I'll talk with you then. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.